Hey guys, it's Brad from B&T Catfishing Adventures. Today I'm going to talk to you about the problems with the clinch knot or even the improved clinch knot and what you may do to help improve your rigs for catching catfish. Okay, well, as we said, the problem with the clinch knot. Now, the clinch knot is a really good knot in general, and I love using it for lures and things of that nature if I'm catching, bait fish and things like that, or if I'm out bass fishing or whatever. But when it comes to catfishing, it's a little different. Some of the rigs that we use in catfishing, for instance, may be the knocker rig. Now, we're going to discuss these problems with these rigs and the knot on those rigs, and then we're going to give you that solution. So on a knocker rig, you have your hook down here, and your main line is here, and or it could be your leader line, but your sinker slides straight down and hits on the hook. And this is why they call it a knocker rig. It knocks against the hook. So the next rig we want to quickly talk about is the Carolina rig. Carolina rig is used by a lot of people, and the spin-off version of that is the Santee Cooper rig. So this can be a problem inherent from both of those rigs or whatever. But we have our sinker on our line here, and it goes down to a barrel swivel right here. And then you would run your main line down to your hook. Okay, that doesn't sound like a problem. Except again, what you have is the sinker sliding down to that barrel swivel. And in doing so on both of those rigs, whether it be the barrel swivel that it's coming down to, or whether it's coming down to the hook, that sinker continues to slide with every cast or every movement, or when we pull the rig, whether we're dragging some or stopping or whatever, it's slamming against that knot. Now the problem with that is it can untie or even break potentially those knots and cost you fish. So what's the solution? What are we going to do? We're going to tell you. All right, guys, we're going to give you a couple of quick solutions to these particular rigs and what you can do. All right, so on the Santee Cooper rig or the Carolina rig, again, we had our barrel swivel here, and we had the sinker sliding down to hit that knot. What we're going to do is we're going to soften that by putting a plastic bead right here where the knot, right over that knot. That way, when we have our sinker coming down that line, well, if we had one that was going to cooperate, which we didn't. All right, which we got one right here. Let's see about him. All right, if we have that coming down the line, it's now hitting that bead. It's softening that a bit, that blow, so it's not taking the full hard impact of that lead sinker coming down there and hitting that knot and possibly untying it or causing it to break. So adding that bead on that rig helps immensely right there with protecting that knot if that's the knot you're going to continue to use on that rig. And I know various people use different types of rigs, obviously, and so on and so forth. But all right, so now what are we doing about the knocker rig? Well, the knocker rig, same thing. I've got two solutions for you on the knocker rig. Again, we're going to add the bead, and again, when our sinker slides down, it's going to hit the bead, which will soften that blow to the on that knot there that's on the hook. So that helps protect it in that case. Another very good tip or suggestion, and this is basically what I run on all my catfishing hooks, is I use a snail knot. Now the snail knot is tied a little different, and when that sinker slides down, it is not hitting the knot. The knot is actually tied underneath the eye of the hook. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that well, but it's tied underneath the knot of the hook right here. So it doesn't have that problem with that cutting. Now, if you still want to place a bead there, that's fine, and it sometimes adds a little noise or vibration that people think helps hooking up or catching more catfish. So there you go, guys. Simple little solution. If you're wanting to use the clinch knot, is just adding a bead to your rig wherever you have those knots tied. Over top of it, place a little plastic or a glass bead right there, and that's going to help soften that blow and maybe help you catch a few more fish. Folks, I hope you found this tip helpful, and be sure to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you like this, and we hope to see you guys soon back out on the water. Take care.